Hi, welcome to Open Hand Farm. I'm Penny, and today is the day for our next garden tour. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. It was raining cats and dogs this morning. It was terrible, but I was really glad that we got the rain. So let me show you what's been going on this week. I'm going to start at this angle from the garden, and you can see right there in front of me, so much mint, you guys, this is crazy. You will see here, I had a raspberry vine fall down last year that I didn't notice, so it's growing on the ground. So instead of pulling it up at this point, I'm just gonna let them grow tall, and I will put them on the wires as they get tall. I have a couple of raspberry plants that are barely any bigger than when I planted them 2 years ago. Nothing compared to the other raspberries I have in the front that I decided to plant more of this year. Blackberries are doing great. Onions are doing well. The radishes are definitely coming up. They enjoyed that rain, I'm sure. And you saw the comfrey plant last time. Now it is huge and it's starting to bloom. It gets these little purple flowers. Now, I wanted you to look at my fruit trees. They look a little milky, and that is because I put some clay on them last night, and then of course it poured down rain today. I wondered if any of it would stay, and it appears that it did. So I'm very pleased with that. I mean, we had a downpour, you guys. So some of the outer leaves are pretty clean, but the inner leaves look good. And the reason I put this on here is it is a protector for our fruit. See if you can see this little peach right here. So what you do is you spray the tree, and then the clay gets on the fruit and on the leaves, and that keeps the bugs that lay their eggs on the fruit that then eat the fruit. It keeps those bugs from being able to crawl around, and it kind of gums up their reproductive system. So that's why I put the clay on the tree. Those are Saturn peaches. They're kind of short and round, but we also have some little fruit on our peach standard. I also put it on our pear trees. As you can see up here, we have some little pears covered in clay, but that'll be fine. There's more up here, if you can see them. So there are several on this tree. We also have some over here on our Asian pear tree. I'm stepping in the mint again, and it sure smells good. I went ahead and planted a zucchini and a yellow squash in and among the mint. I'm going to see how those do. The plants weren't that great because they were kind of root bound, but we're going to see what happens. The garlic is growing. Here is the kale that I planted last time. Looks like that one got stepped on back there. So they're growing. They have many more leaves on them. We have peas planted here. I think I see one coming up right here. So that's exciting. That means others will be following it. I did get a lot of weeding done. I had a couple friends come over and talk to me while I was working on it. I still have some, but they're better. The blooms are starting to open up on the sage. They're so pretty. Calendula's getting much bigger. Parsley has fresh new life on it. They look good. I found a little volunteer dill plant, so that's fun. I did start some inside also. I got okra planted in a row here, as well as a row here and a row here. Nothing's coming up yet, but I just planted them. We have new leaves on our figs, so that tells me it is alive and it's going to be fine. This one has some sprouting too. So this is the food forest from another corner. Oh, I forgot something else. So over here, I did also plant some green beans in and among the parsley and asparagus, but also over here I planted peppers, and there's some little tomatoes that are going to end up going over this arbor. This is the view of the food forest that you usually get. So I want to do that so that you can see the difference as things grow. Now, last time I had a roll of fencing laying in this arbor area. Well, it got put up and we planted black-eyed peas. There's some coming up. All down the row, I see some, and they will grow on this arbor. There's some on this row too. They're doing well. And the strawberries, oh my goodness, they are so happy. I put a little compost around them, been watering them, and they just think life is good. They've got all the little flowers on them, just waiting to pop up strawberries. I also went ahead and put cardboard inside this first compost area. The second one is still composting, using more manure. This is our homemade box for our sweet potatoes. I wanted to put them in a box like the regular potatoes, but we couldn't find one big enough, and I didn't really want to split them up. So we made our own box. We took some fencing and put it up around in a kind of rectangle with rebar to hold it up. And then I took cardboard and cut it the same sizes, and we zip tied the cardboard to the fencing. Then I put cardboard on the bottom. Then we filled it with old compost that had like some wood chips in it still, some old leaves, stuff like that. And then we put the Zoo-Manu on top of that and went ahead and planted them. I've left a couple of spots open because we have some growing still inside that I'll bring out and add in a bit. And you can see that dark growth on there, that is new growth. They are doing great. They love it out here. That makes me very happy. Speaking of happy, look at these potatoes. They are so happy, so happy. And the corn is not looking real happy, but again, there is growth. And I'm just gonna have to hang on and see what happens. We do have new little corns in the holes that the one that I had planted had died. I have several of those. I need to thin them to only one corn per hole. So they've done well to come up. We have the cucumbers in this hill. We have 3 in it, and we have none over here. So I might just gently pull one of these up and put in the other hill, because that's going to be too full anyway. Got some weeds pulled in the fire pit area. That was good. Let's check on the blue Hubbard squash. Oh, I see some blooms coming up. It's not a very big plant. I'm really surprised, but there are definitely some blooms. So hopefully it will grow and fill in this area. The girls are very talkative today. All right, the other big thing that I got done is I planted my tomatoes. What I did is I dug a hole, and then in the hole I put some of my Zoo-Manu compost. Then I put some Myco Bliss in there. Then I put the tomato in, a little bit more compost, and the dirt that I had dug from the hole. I'll keep the mulch back away from it for now. I want to remulch this whole area, but I want to give them a chance to get bigger. Then I will string them until they get tall enough to reach the cow panel. This whole arbor is full of San Marzanos, and then the second arbor is full of pineapple tomatoes and Paul Robeson tomatoes. Those are two of my absolute favorites. I have planted several different kinds of tomatoes, and these two are my favorite slicers. I did want to give you a little update on the bunnies. They're all asleep. Well, they're not all asleep right now. Hi, Mama. Oh, look, there's the brown ones. They're so cute, you guys. I can't hardly stand it. So this is what they look like now. It's like 2.5 weeks. I am just so excited. Well, this is going to be a very short video because we're supposed to get more rain, and I just need to get some stuff done out here before it starts. So I hope you've enjoyed our time together today, and you can see things are growing and I'm getting more and more in, but I want to reassure anyone else that doesn't have their whole garden in and feel like they should have, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. You get it in when you can and it will grow. Don't worry. So until next time, blessings on you and yours.